Thanks, Zoe. Well, the big news everyone is talking about this month is that Marlborough's housing values as well as employment have returned to pre-recession levels. This and other much more detailed information about the state of Marlborough's economy and real estate market were shared during a public meeting held last month by the Marlborough Economic Development Corporation, as well as economic planning and real estate consulting firm RKG Associates. Now, to tell me more about RKG's findings, I'm joined here by Marlborough Economic Development Corporation's Executive Director, Meredith Harris. Thanks for joining me, Meredith.
My pleasure, Laura.
All right, so RKG has been conducting this housing study for the past few months, and some of their preliminary findings were shared during this meeting last month. For those who are not able to attend, can you give me some of the major takeaways from that meeting?
Sure. So not only are Marlborough's the levels back to pre-recession, we've actually exceeded pre-recession levels, which I think is wonderful. We've seen an uptick in number of households by just about 12% since the year 2000, and ownership values in the city have also risen by more than 81% here in the city. Along with that, we were able to find out that we've had 1,500 new apartment units added in the city since 2000, along with just over 700 ownership units. And with those additions to the city, the school enrollment actually has not increased.
Wow, those are some great numbers. What was the purpose of that housing study to begin with?
So the housing study came about, we did see a big influx of housing special permit proposals that were coming into the city through MEDC and a number of different avenues. But the City Council decided to do the moratorium a few months back, basically to give us some time to come up with a roadmap, a vision plan for what does the city need in terms of housing, where do we need the housing, what could we absorb, those types of questions. And we're hoping that with this study, we're able to give the council really a roadmap when they're looking at some of these different special projects.
And when do you expect this study to be completed?
It should be complete in the next few weeks. We should have something we're hoping by the end of July.
Great. Now, RKG's projections in terms of employment specifically was that over the next 8 years, Marlborough is going to add about 1,300 jobs. But something that also happened last month may have just blown that right out of the water. Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito was here for a topping off ceremony at the Apex Center, and she actually announced during that event that the Apex Center was going to add 1,600 jobs by the time it opened in the fall. So that's already, in the first year of those projections, we've surpassed the 8-year projection. What does that mean for the employment market here in Marlborough?
It just shows how phenomenal the employment market is. The access to talent is here for the companies that are moving in. And you know what? If all those 1,600 jobs are filled by Marlborough residents, we're going to have an unemployment rate of 0.
Well, that would be great, wouldn't it? Now, the MEDC has also recently launched a campaign to attract a brewpub and upscale restaurant to the city. How is that going right now? What has the response been so far?
It's been phenomenal. So we put the ads out a couple of weeks ago. I would say probably a little over a month ago, and it's just been, it's surpassed our expectations. The amount of people that have been interested in not only opening the brew pub, we're talking to large breweries that are looking to come in with large-scale projects, small brew pubs, tap rooms. You name it. The people are interested and they're interested not only in Marlborough, but all the things that we have to offer here. They think that we have a great thing going and they all want to be a part of it. We have the restaurants that we're now starting to hear back from. We're hoping to add another upscale restaurant to the community just to really bolster the amenities that we have here in Marlborough.
Are there any prospects that you can share any information on?
There's a few that we're working with right now. We're hoping, by the end of next month that we could possibly have our first brew pub here in downtown Marlborough, but more to come on that.
All right, we'll keep you posted, or you'll keep us posted. Now, MEDC also launched a promotional video for the city of Marlborough also last month, and there's been tremendous response to that so far. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and what the goal of that promotional video was?
Sure. So the promotional video, again, just a great response from the community, the residents. We did it, to use it as a tool for when we're out promoting Marlborough. What better way to show what we have here in the community than to actually show it? We can talk and see things on paper, but when the drones are flying over the community and you're seeing the different, restaurants and the hotels and the things we have to offer here, the companies, the business parks, and the wide variety of options that we have here and the diversification of just everything that's here in the community, it's a great tool for us when we're going out and promoting the city. The response has been phenomenal. Our Facebook page is on fire, and we hope that continues. And if anybody has any feedback on the videos, we'd love to hear about it.
Absolutely, and you also are, so this particular video was kind of focusing on the live, work, play aspect of the city, but you're also working on one that is more geared towards businesses and attracting businesses to the city. Can you tell me more about that video and when we're expected to see that?
Sure, so that video should be coming out soon. It's a little different than the Live, Work, Play. The Live, Work, Play is all about the community, as a whole and what we have to offer holistically. But the business video will really be used more towards attraction efforts when we're out at some of these different trade shows, or we're meeting with companies that are interested in investing in Marlborough or bringing their jobs and their company here. This video is a little bit more, tells them what they can expect when they come here and what the city has to offer.
All right, and I know we always end up talking about some kind of honors and awards that Marlborough receives every month, and that's a good thing. So this month is no different. Wallet Hub just recently named Marlborough among some of the top cities in Massachusetts for families to live in. What does that say about our city?
It just says, everything that we keep saying, other people are seeing it. Marlborough is a phenomenal community. You've got a wonderful base here of amenities, and you have places to work and places to go after work, and, the parks and the fields and the school system, and, you name it, we have it here. And I think it's really great that people outside of Marlborough, are really starting to not only recognize that, but celebrate the success that's here in Marlborough.
All right, well, thanks very much for your time, Meredith. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Laura.
That's Meredith Harris, Marlborough Economic Development Corporation's Executive Director, joining me just now. And for more information on what the Marlborough Economic Development Corporation does, you can always go on their website. That's marlboroughedc.com. And of course, always visit their social pages. Check out the videos on their Facebook page. That's also Marlborough EDC. That's all from me for now. Thanks, and back to you, Zoe.